Hello friends, welcome back to my gaming channel New York. So let's continue on our gameplay walkthrough of Hitman 3. In the last video we just started on this mission, Death in the Family. Let's start it again. And the mission stories are quite casual basically.
Thornbridge Manor, the Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Okay, we are going in.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Yep. Let's try to do this since we just stumbled on this.
Stuff around here, come on!
I think you should come and check that out. Who is throwing stuff? You are right.
Good job.
Just don't see here. There's nothing to see here. Let's make a save here. 1 second. Okay, now we are the private investigator.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Yes, please.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary. And all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this and I dare say I don't like it at all. This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
Sup?
So I need to drop my gun here.
Just relax. You'll be on your way in a sec. Thank you.
Meet Alexa Carlyle in the fire.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
Making you wash his car twice? Patrick's parents did not do a very good job.
I'm fine. It's all part of the job.
Yo, Anne, what's up? Relax, man. I said I'd get you money.
It's just gonna take a little longer. Jeez, and how's that my fault? Just calm the fuck down, Ant.
You know I'm good for it. I'm a Carlyle. I'm made of money. Just lean back and enjoy the interest. Meanwhile, go and have some drinks on me. No, Christ, I'm gonna hang up. Let's talk when you calm the fuck down.
Before I talk to him, I am just doing some looking around. Got stuff with this mansion stuff. Thankfully, this outfit gives me full access inside the compound. Staff toilet.
Turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said. Well, Gregory put a stop to that, which was a surprise. He normally accepts his wife's outrageous behaviour without batting an eyelid. But staying in his mother's bed so soon was just a bit steep, I suppose.
She can't wait to get her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Hello.
Did all the groceries arrive? I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate. But what is safe with Ethel? She never misses a step. Gossiping and work both.
Fake funeral tomorrow. Zachary found dead upstairs today. Death is everywhere. I never thought of it that way. Oh, God. It's such a big responsibility having a baby. I have to protect it, right? How do you even do that? I can't do that.
I remember how it was with the first one. The ones that come after certainly are a lot less of a worry.
Okay.
You always led by example rather than by words and meaningless gestures. Like hugs and encouragement. Just a single spontaneous caress, what a difference that would have made. Right. I clearly remember when I was 5. I climbed a tree and could not make my way down. I was scared and called out for help. Of all people, you heard me, and when you saw me, you climbed the tree. I was relieved that help had finally arrived. But you went down immediately and said, when a grown-up can do it, so can you, Edward. You are 5, and climbing trees is supposed to be your area of expertise. Oh no, that won't go. You'll just think I remember this because I'm weak.
What is this? The icon looks like that of a camera. Edward's speech. Edward Carlyle's notes on eulogy he is writing for his mother's pretend funeral.
Greetings. Why waste away in front of the books when he can play like that?
That music makes my heart soar.
You and me both.
Emotion into that instrument.
You have a way with words, Stan.
Portrait of Montgomery Carlyle. A portrait of Montgomery Carlyle, Madame Carlyle's late older brother, located in the sitting room. Let's just talk to the butler first. I can do all these stuffs later.
Mr. Whitmer, are you ready to inspect the crime scene?
How are you?
Now?
I am.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
I am a detective at this moment.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them.
How are you,
seem
sir?
affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Investigate Zachary's
A locked
bedroom.
room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Zachary's bedroom. The bedroom of Zachary Carlyle, Alexa Carlyle's younger brother and fellow resident of Thornbridge Manor. The room is located in the middle floor of the mansion opposite the graveyard. Zachary's room. Okay. Investigate Zachary's bed.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Yeah, it was supposed to be introduced here actually.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread.
The dead body of Zachary Carlyle found in victim's bed. Marks on his neck suggests he was killed by a rare, short-lived plant poison around 10 p.m. last night.
Shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Zachary's bedroom, 2 of 6 clues found. The bedroom of Zachary Carlyle, Alexa's younger brother and fellow resident of Thornbridge Manor. The room is located on the middle floor of the mansion opposite the graveyard. Whiskey glass and bottle. A whiskey glass and bottle found on Zachary Carlyle's bedside table.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Zachary's laptop. The laptop in Zachary Carlyle's bedroom showing that Zachary was shopping for Wellington wood last night. So I found 3 clues. There are 3 more to find.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
A secret passage connecting a corridor and Zachary Carlyle's bedroom.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
A floor plan of Thornbridge Manor detailing several hidden rooms and passages, one of which connects to Zachary Carlyle's bedroom.
I think the crime scene has more clues, 47.
Let's see what more clues we have. Zachary's suicide note.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Zachary's suicide note. Suicide note found in Zachary Carlyle's bedroom. It reads, I am haunted by horrible past choices and their all-consuming consequences. Alexa was the raft keeping me afloat. Without her, I cannot go on. Goodbye, signed Zachary. I need to go see the butler.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here is the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle. How's everything?
This is very useful information, 47.
Zachary Carlyle, Alex's younger brother and fellow resident of Thornsbridge Manor. Zachary was found dead in his bed this morning, and despite a suicide note and doors locked from inside, Alexa is convinced he was murdered. Gregory Carlyle, the oldest child of Alexa Carlyle, Gregory is suspect of the murder of Zachary Carlyle. Edward Carlyle, the middle child of Alexa Carlyle, Edward is a suspect in the murder of Zachary Carlyle. We just saw Edward Carlyle. Rebecca Carlyle, the youngest child of Alexa Carlyle, Rebecca is suspect in the murder of Zachary Carlyle. Emma Carlyle, the wife of Gregory and daughter-in-law to Madame Carlyle, Emma is suspect of murder of Zachary Carlyle. Patrick Carlyle, the son of Emma and Gregory, Patrick is suspected of Zachary Carlyle. Mr. Fensby, question. Butler at Thornsby Manor. Mr. Fensby is suspect in the murder of Zachary Carlyle. Mr. Fensby clarified upfront that he was working in his office last night and doesn't have an alibi.
Bring along, Elaine.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Mr. Patrick, can I do anything for you?
Yes, actually. Could you speed up time so I don't die from boredom? I fear I may not survive an entire weekend in this shithole.
Perhaps a brisk walk in the garden would do you good.
Said speed up time, not my party. Oh, just go away, will you?
Of course, sir. I'll come back later.
How very kind of you, dear Mr. Fernsby. I hope to see you soon. Creepy old git. How tall are you? You could be a model, you know.
Right.
I'm serious. I have a friend who's a model. She says that's the sweet, sweet life. You should come and stay at my place in London. We can have her come over. Give you some tips.
I'm quite happy here, thanks.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
Patrick Carlyle questioned the son of Emma and Gregory. Patrick is a suspect. Patrick claims he was with a staff member called Rosie at the time of Zachary's death.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
He says that he found Zachary creepy as hell and to have no ambition, and adds that the deceased ones had a promising career but gave it up. to live in isolation. Lastly, Patrick suggests Zachary might have killed himself or that Mr. Fernsby could have done it. Okay, there's nothing else to ask him, right?
Hello.
Patrick token to Madame Carlyle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
Tokens for Rebecca and Miss Fensby. According to the bodyguard, Rebecca Carlyle and Mr. Fensby, the butler, have each been given a token of the Milton Fitzpatrick Bank. When combined, the token grants access to a deposit box. Whoever holds the set. The deposit box may well contain a copy of the case on Arthur Edwards.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do...
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
No, I guess that will be all. Rebecca Carlyle, youngest child. Okay. Rebecca says Patrick disappeared after dinner last night and may be in some sort of trouble. Patrick, we talked to him about that. Edward and Gregory went to a local pub after having drinks at the mansion. Emma acted strange, but Rebecca does not know how she spent the evening. Rebecca claims to have been in a conference call from a laptop in the bedroom at the time of Zachary's death. Rebecca adds that Zachary was more talkative than usual and was inquiring into her connections in the publishing business on behalf of a friend. Lastly, Rebecca says she found Mr. Fensby leaving Zachary's room this afternoon. Okay.
Phil, did you find out that the vote was notarized?
Documents of the Carlyles. Assets. Documents gathered by Rebecca on recent movement of assets belonging to media branches of the Carlyle holding. They show a number of authorized, unauthorized movements of funds and privileges.
Hell did that happen? No, we all signed it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same day. Right, listen. You go to their office and ask for Cheryl. She's the best they've got. Tell her you want to see the record. Don't take no for an answer.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Okay, let's talk to him.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Okay, that's him interrogated. First I interrogated her, Emma Carlyle, the wife of Gregory and daughter-in-law to Madame Carlyle. She claims she have gone to bed with an awful migraine when Edward and Gregory had a drink around 8 p.m. last night. Emma says Zachary's company was always awkward due to his consuming fascination with plants. She says she considers Madame Carlyle at least particularly responsible for his supposed suicide because she allowed Zachary to become a recluse. Lastly, Emma states that she has seen nothing out of the ordinary except that Zachary appeared depressed after the apparent loss of his sister, Madame Carlyle. The oldest child of Carlyle, Gregory. He claims to have been at a pub with Edward at the time of Zachary's death to escape Emma's headache and his obnoxious sister, Rebecca. Gregory describes Zachary as an alcoholic recluse with a passion for rare plants. Other than that, Gregory is amused at his mother's apparent mistakes and describes himself as enjoying the show. There is something to scan here. Is Is this outside or upstairs? I don't understand. Footprints on terrace. Footprints found on terrace behind the sitting room.
Rebecca here. I need you to dig up the contract we have with the law firm Morgan, Yates & Co. No, I can
Hello, sir.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff were all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Edward Carlyle alibi confirmed. Edward says that he is staying at the local inn and that he and Gregory were having drinks at the time of Zachary's death. He is unsure if Zachary could have killed himself and suggests you ask Rebecca, as the two of them had a long talk. Edward finds both Alexa's fake death and Zachary's apparent suicide unsettling, but had nothing else to add. So Edward and Gregory has their alibi confirmed, so they are out of this.
Sir.
Yeah, hey, bro.
She is upstairs. I need to talk to her too, right? She is coming down here.
Hello, sir.
I received the vault token for the Milton Fitzpatrick London Bank. Did I understand correctly that I should give it to Rebecca in case of your death?
Exactly. She holds the other one. I want her to have the file on Arthur Edwards if I die.
You're not fearful she will be in trouble if she knows?
Bank tokens. A copy of the case file. Alexa Carlyle has stored a copy of the case file on Arthur Edwards in a deposit box in the London branch of the Milton Fitzpatrick Bank. Deposit box can be accessed by presenting a set of 2 tokens currently held by Alexa's daughter Rebecca and Mr. Fensby, the butler.
We'll start digging when she realizes things don't add up, inevitably getting her in trouble. I'd rather she knew who she's up against. She's clever and resourceful. Who knows, maybe she'll be able to hit him where it hurts. But I don't want her to get involved prematurely. Hopefully she'll never have to get involved at all. If you only knew what we face. I wonder what you would do. Attack, regroup, close the gates and wait it out.
Do I need to cross-question this guy? I don't know. Should ask Rebecca, as the 2 of them had a long talk. She is Rebecca, right? Now what else do we need to find?
You like
Privacy? Maybe stop keeping an eye on me? Who put you up to this? Mother?
Just doing my rounds.
Right. God, I hate this place.
Is there anyone who is not yet questioned? Does the rooms need to be investigated more?
I'd prefer it if you didn't speak ill of the dead, Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, well, if there's nothing good... to say...
Then you should hold your tongue. Right now is boredom. He's too young to appreciate the spectacle of mother screwing up.
He's worried about something. A mother knows. This concerns his future as well. All this will be his someday.
Exactly. He has nothing to worry about.
I didn't find anything else in this room.
Any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
It's got to be hidden. No power, no voice.
So, Madame Carlyle wants a picture taken. If you were to assist with the missing fuse, I'm sure the portrait would be one for the ages.
But I am doing something else right now.
Furious. She expects the family photo to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it perfect.
It's a fun space office. Emma and Gregory's room. So are these upstairs or?
Oi, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Probably. Right. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Hey, slow down, my friend.
The bedroom in which Emma and Gregory Carlyle are staying. The room is the middle floor of the mansion towards the cemetery. door should not have been locked for a private investigator. Even any of the windows aren't open. Okay, at least I can get through here. Shoes and footprints. Shoes and footprints found in Emma's and Gregory's room matching the prints on the terrace outside the sitting room.
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
The greenhouse. The greenhouse in which Zachary Carly grew exotic plants. The greenhouse is located in the rear end of the garden behind the mansion.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Wait, what? Letter from Emma's mother. A letter from Emma's mother found in the room in which Emma and Gregory Carlyle are staying. The letter details that Emma's father was the late Montgomery Carlyle, Alexa and Zachary's older brother, and that the two younger siblings murdered him. Apparently, the two murderers were unaware that Emma's mother was expecting his child. Let's see if there are any more items to find. 3 out of 4. So one more clue we need to find. Bulldog crane, an old crane with a knob shaped like the head of a bulldog. That is room scan.
Sorry, but I think right.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Oh, this is the murder spot. I'm not allowed in there,
Aaron
right?
Ford Jr. calling from Morgan, Yates & Cohn. I need to get a listing of asset transfers from the Carlisle account HTC depot number 5085.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Okay, and it's locked, obviously. Rebecca's room, the bedroom in which Rebecca Carlyle is staying. The room is located in the middle floor of the mansion towards the parking area. From a Hitman game, this turned into a detective game.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
The bedroom in which the room is located in the middle floor towards... Okay. Rebecca Carlyle's laptop found in the bedroom in which she is staying logs in and logs on the laptop reveal that Rebecca was in a conference call for several hours around 10 p.m. last night. Rebecca Carlyle's notebook found in the bedroom in which she was staying. The notes concerned various Carlyle assets as well as board meetings from the night before. The handwriting does not match Zachary's suicide note. So Rebecca Carlyle is also crossed off the list. Alibi confirmed. Now is left Emma Carlyle, Patrick Carlyle, Mr. Fernsby. Zachary's room done, this is done, Rebecca's room done. Mr. Fernsby's office. Storage area in the staff quarter on the ground floor of the mansion. Let's get back.
What is it, Fernsby?
Mr. Edward is not coping too well with the situation, I'm afraid.
If it's not one thing, it's another.
Okay, staff room.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
The 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
I can't deal with...
So I am gonna need a crowbar to break into Mr. Fernsby's office. And the lead pipe won't do.
Can you just stand up, please?
Hey, she's single, Rebecca, right? Maybe I should ask her out. Get to know her in a personal way.
You can try. Rosie told me Rebecca has a really cool getting way. It takes a damn fine man to replace no man at all. So you've got your work cut out for you in the meantime. that you're not fine. You're definitely fine. I mean, I try to stunt you.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure.
Just outside
But
this
he was
greenhouse. I
upset
also need to
believing
go
his
to the
sister-
greenhouse also. I have the keys.
Was dead?
I'd say worried about how things would be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said that let's say...
Let's make a savior.
Sure, Emma would throw him out, but chance she got. Now we'll never know.
Oh my.
The greenhouse in which Zachary Carlyle grew exotic plants. The greenhouse located in the rear end of the garden behind the man.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Lab equipment found in the greenhouse. Residue suggests it was used to brew a lethal poison based on a poisonous plant growing nearby.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning. You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed. I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover.
I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but what's that whole thing about?
Yeah, I understood that she was the one. Just one small thing to check, Mr. Fernsby's room. Mr. Fernsby's office. After that, I'll be done. Staff room is on the other side. A list written by Mr. Fernsby, the butler. It details various preparations for tomorrow's pretend funeral and a photoshoot scheduled for today by the fountain in the garden. The handwriting does not match Mr. Zachary Carlyle's suicide note.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47?
Mr. Fernsby's pill. A jar of pills found in Mr. Fernsby's office. The pills are lethal in large doses but do not match the marks on Zachary Carlyle's body and could therefore have not been the murder weapon. Mansion master key. Okay, I should have come here first.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings.
Wow.
Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
So, I can accuse the wrong suspect, that is him. Or, I can accuse
groceries around. I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy.
Emma, the actual suspect. Let's make another sale. Let's try by accusing the actual killer.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
She has been marked, he has been marked. There weren't any other rooms that were left, were there? Yeah, there weren't any other rooms that were.
Please stay back.
Hello, sir.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
Save.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
Your niece, Emma Carlyle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
That's preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emma's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlyle empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emma to reclaim what she lost, marry your heir Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlyle empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlyles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from Father, all heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. But I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. I don't suppose I could convince you to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here. I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame. I'll have to see to it some other way then. The file you want is in the safe.
Greetings, sir.
God, I hope you get Edwards and make him hurt. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle. Mission complete. Well done, 47.
What the hell was that?
Side you haven't seen before. There are a lot of them on the grounds.
Not that I know
Is there only one exit? But I did find the key to a car.
Are you guys planning to leave the whole ground open?
I think.
They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Okay, I will stop here in this video, and in the next video I will do the other two mission stories, A Day to Remember and our final resting place. Okay, that's it for this video. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.